What's up, my creative friends? Welcome back to Lady Ash TV. I am Lady Ash, and today I want to bring you another video in the series Your Business in Bloom. And today we're talking about 5 key steps on how to start a business while you're still employed full time. Now, do you struggle with the idea of wanting to start your business or start a part-time passion that you have, but you're employed full-time and you worry that you may not have enough time, or you worry that you may not do a good job? Don't worry about it. If you struggle with the idea of starting a business, but you don't want to leave your 9-to-5 steady income, but you really love to do other things or to explore your passion, then you can do both. And this is really what this video is about. I'm here to share with you how I did that and to encourage you to do the same. There are about 8% of the American population right now who have more than 2 jobs. And the truth is, we need extra money. We need to live a particular lifestyle. I know for me, I needed to live a particular way because I grew up very poor. And I wanted to experience what a good life was. And so I decided to give myself that experience in whatever way I can. I may not have everything that I've ever wanted to have, but at least I am going to give myself beautiful experiences. And to give yourself beautiful experiences, it means that you have to have financial resources to have these adventures and these exploits and to do these things that you want to do. So my 9-to-5 job, I am a civil servant. I serve the citizens of my country, and I do that with much love. I really enjoy serving. I have worked in several ministries, and I really love doing what I do in that capacity. But there came a time when I wanted to explore more of my art. I wanted to do more painting, and the truth is I was going through a very difficult time in my life when I decided to tap more into my art space, and I used the art as therapy to deal with the depression and all the things that I was going through at that time. And it turned out for me that I used this passion and it fueled me building a part-time business while having my full-time job. I'm going to give you 5 key strategies that you can think about, things that will help you to make that transition, things that will help you to think more about what you want to do, and hopefully you'll find tools in the tips to help you to do it. So the first thing that I wanted to bring to your mind is, if you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you're going to be a business person, then you need to have a business mindset. You need to stop thinking about not being good enough. You need to stop thinking about not having the confidence. You need to be thinking that whatever you do must go to market. Whatever you do is a good or a product that can change a life, that can make a difference, that can have an impact. And when you start to believe in yourself and have that confidence and know that you are doing the right thing and you're reaching the right people, then you need to know that it's a business. The mindset of an entrepreneur says you can't sit down and watch TV for 4 hours every day. You can't sit down and play on your phone for 3 hours every day. You can't play football every evening. You have to now carve out time and have that business focus so that you can deliver on the promise that you have made to yourself to start this business. So you have to have that clear mindset. Now, some persons have a business mindset where they say, well, I have to start a business. I'm really an entrepreneur at heart. I like to build things. I like to develop. I like to be my own boss. And then there are some persons who said, well, I'm not working. I can't manage a business because it's too vulnerable. It's too risky. I want to work for an employer and I get my fixed income every day and I'm good. And then there are people like us who say, I can do both. And why not? Now, the next key thing that I have to share with you is a strategy of managing your time. If you cannot manage your time and you are not disciplined enough to follow through, then you will not have a business, because your business is going to need sacrifice from you. Now, when I used to live in St. Catherine, I had to commute for 1 hour to work. I used to spend at least an hour and a half, 2 hours getting ready and commuting to work every single morning. And then it takes me another hour to get back. So there you go. So either you leave out early in the morning and try and use that time wisely, or you move back to Kingston, which is what I did. I moved back to Kingston to give myself that extra 2 to 3 hours every day so that I can do more in my business. Now, I break it down very simply. 2 full working days in every 24 hours. When you take out your work time, your 9 to 5 time, which is 8 to 10 hours, you can find yourself with a good 2.5, 3 hours every day to pump into your business. Now, if you put 2 hours in your business, just 2, that's 10 hours during the week. Think about what you can do in 10 full hours every week. And then you have the weekends to even do more. So you find a way to carve out some time to invest in your business. And this is just absolutely crucial. I do a mean time management workshop that helps you to break down how you use your time by doing an audit, and then you sit down and pencil out how we really want to be managing our time and what we want to be doing for each hour every single day. So you need to map your time. You have to be consistent. You have to show up in your business space, quote unquote, every day, and just have a plan, know what you're about, know what you want to achieve, and just go for it. So the third strategy I have is for you to look at the options that you have for your second job. Now, first and foremost, you do not want to have a conflict of interest. What do I mean by that? You do not want to start a side business that is similar or even identical to the business that you have full-time. That is a clear conflict of interest. What you want to start is something that is remotely different from what you're doing in your full-time capacity. So for me, I am into IT. I do information technology 24/7 in my full-time job. So in my part-time job, I'm an artist. I paint pictures, I do paint and sip parties, I do vision board parties, I do stress release parties, I do color parties, I do art therapy, I do business coaching, I do personal coaching. Those are all different things from an IT technical job. So you have to really give it some thought and make sure that you're doing the right thing, that you're not taking from your employer the time you need to be doing that 9 to 5 job. So every day I give my 9 to 5 job 10 hours. 8 to be at work and the other 2 to catch up on the things that you miss during the day when you're distracted with emails and phone calls and conversations. Now that we're working from home, I am much more productive. I get to plan my day. I get to focus on what I need to do. I don't have anybody coming to my office to have small talks or to share, or I just stay focused and I just get what I need to do done. I do my daily lists and I just get things done, and I make sure to communicate, because when you work from home, in your mind you are not thinking about your co-workers. So I try to keep persons in the loop. I try to do WhatsApp, and I call my boss to make sure that she is in the loop in any decisions that are taken. I also let her know what my next steps are, so she knows what I'm planning to do as a follow-up to whatever it is that I'm working on. Really and truly, you have to look at the conflict of interest to make sure that you're not violating that. Secondly, you need to look at what kind of a business do you want to do. The art business for me takes up a lot of time, because it means that I have to paint, and I paint at nights mostly, and then I need to do the bottles in the day, and then as my business grew, I started doing other things, and I have to be available on weekends to do paint and sip parties, and sometimes after work I might do a vision board session. So the time that I have to paint now is not the usual time, because I'm now doing paint and sip in the evenings, and so I'm a bit tired when I get home at 10. I need to get in at least 6 hours sleep so that I am ready for my 9 to 5. So I have to be flexible and manage my time so that I can do both. But you can think about, you may not have to do something that's hands-on. It may be something that you're working on online. You may want to start an online business, and that is so much easier to maintain and so much easier to manage. Or You may think about doing seasonal jobs. So say for example, you do Christmas cards or you do cards. You may want to just focus on doing some cards for Valentine's, for Christmas, for birthdays. Just niche down and do something that is very specific and very targeted to certain times of the year, or a very single product, so that you can do well at it while managing your time to make sure that you're balancing your life. Because with all of this, you do need to exercise, you do need to have your family, you need to spend time with God and to have that relationship that you need with Him. You have to balance everything out, but it does take a lot of thinking as to what you want to do, and to ensure whatever you're doing, it is for your highest good. Whatever you're doing is for the good of your fellow citizens. Fourth strategy is you have to make a sacrifice. A lot of persons want to start a business, but they're not willing to give up TV. A lot of persons want to start a business, but they're not willing to give up social media. A lot of persons want to start a business, but they don't want to give up gossiping on the phone. You just have to be clear about what it is that you want and make the sacrifice to doing it. Now, I have shared where when I started painting and I started having clients, I had to make the sacrifice to give up cable. I had to give up cable TV, because then it cost me about $2,500 per month, Jamaican dollars that is, for cable. But my point of sale machine, a mobile machine that I can take to my art shows, that I can take to my clients for them to pay me for art, was approximately the same thing. So I had to give up the TV. That's the sacrifice I was willing to make, because I did not need cable. And so I started entertaining myself on YouTube, and then a friend of mine gave me Netflix. So we have to make sacrifices. We have to give up something. So opportunity cost is what they call it. You have to give up something to get something else. And so you just have to figure out what it is that you're going to start doing differently, how you're going to show up differently. Are you going to iron all your shirts at the same time so you don't have to iron in the morning? How can you save time? Are you going to spend more time with your family at a certain particular time? Are you going to balance with your spouse how to do the chores, who will cook when, what, just so that you can carve out some time for your business, and at the same time balance your home life so that you're not inconveniencing others, and so that you're not being selfish and persons are not getting enough of you at the same time. Of course, they won't get the same amount of you, but you know what I mean. The next thing that you have to sacrifice, that you have to make, is asking yourself, what do you need to know? When you start a business, you realize, oh, I know what I want to make. I want to paint bottles. But then there are several aspects of the end-to-end business solution that you probably have never thought about. So you may want to think about photography. You have to photograph the bottles to put them on Facebook or to put them on YouTube. You need to probably learn basic photography so you understand how to do the lighting and how not to cast a shadow. Then you have to learn about packaging. How am I going to ship these bottles to the States without getting them scratched or broken? Then you have to think about labeling and branding. So there are several areas of your production, as in my case with the bottles, that are different than the skill set that I already have. When I was starting this YouTube channel, I knew nothing of video editing, recording, production, none of that. And so I started in December. We're now in April, and I have come a long way. I don't think I've perfected any of the skills, but I certainly have been trying. So in December, I decided to learn Shotcut. And then in January, I decided to come up with a schedule of videos that I wanted to do. And then I started recording, and then I started figuring out the light. And of course, I started with my phone, and and started to look at thumbnails, and then I had to think about the music and the production and the editing and the marketing. And there are so many new things that I've learned pertaining to a YouTube channel that I didn't know 4 months ago. So you have to be open and receptive to change. You have to be open to learn something new and to put it into practice. And then recognize also that even though you know the basic things, you can always improve. You can always get so much better. It's just a matter of learning and relearning. Next thing I want you to think about is who can help you to get to where you want to go. Now, a lot of persons say, oh, I can ask friends who are in business, but guess what? Friends who are in business, they are busy trying to run their business and really don't have any time to prop you up and to get you on your feet. So sometimes you may want to do a course. I did a number of courses on Udemy, Coursera, just to get an understanding of where I wanted to go and to explore the new areas that I knew nothing of and to learn new skills. Of course, YouTube is my best friend. I watch YouTube every single morning. There's a half an hour that I carve out to learn something new, and the platform of choice is YouTube. You can look at the option of mentorship. There are a lot of mentors out there who can help you, but that person will have to be willing to give you a set time and specialized time to help you to build certain skill set and the understanding of business and what you need to do. You can also hire a coach, a business coach, to help you to get on the right path. I do business coaching, but also I have a business club called the e-business lounge. So I have started an e-business lounge, which is a business club for entrepreneurs who need support from their peers and also professional advice. So you have the opportunity of getting one-on-one counseling sessions. You have the opportunity of monthly getting advice from business owners and entrepreneurs out there who can help you to build your business and to grow your business. You'll have tons of materials and courses on the platform where you can learn different things. You have different levels, and of course you will have me and daily tips and tricks in our closed group and in our private club, that you can learn so much to get your business off the ground and to be just a fantastic business owner. The club is exclusive. We're starting out at $19.99 per month, and you have the option to register for the club at this point in time, so you can lock in that basic fee. Having a club, having a group, whatever it is that you choose to do, you need help. You need somebody to stand with you, and I would love to be that person, but you can have anybody do that and still be absolutely fantastic, and your business will grow nonetheless. Fifth and final strategy that I'm giving you is to learn and relearn, and I think I've touched on it before. So you may have done a course on Shortcut, for example, which is a video editing tool that I use to edit my YouTube videos. It's a free tool, but of course you realize that it is probably on the totem poles of video editing software. So you may learn something, or you may see an effect on YouTube and say, oh my God, I want to do that. But then you realize that your product has limitations, that the tools that you're using, or the Shortcut tool in my case, doesn't have that feature. And so even though you spent hours learning all the features in this product, you may at some point will have to upgrade to the product that you actually want to use with the features that you need. So sometimes you will learn and then you realize, oh my, I have to do this over and I have to learn something else, because this is not quite the tool that is going to bring across the idea that I want, that is going to build my brand the way I want to build it. So starting a business is a huge sacrifice. It is hard work. You just have to compartmentalize and work one stroke at a time towards painting your picture of success. Your business can bloom just like the beautiful flowers that I've painted. You just need to plant the seed until it pops out of the ground, watch the plant grow, and then you'll have beautiful blooms. So plant the seed for your business. Go with your idea, start the background work, do the groundwork, and then just watch your business soar so that your business can bloom and you can make profits right in front of your eyes. It's a beautiful concept. It is a wonderful idea to start this business part-time while you are still professionally employed and still doing what your profession requires of you. You can do both. I believe in you. Theodore Roosevelt says, far and away the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. So if you think it is worth doing, go for it. If you're feeling fearful, then you should watch my video that talks about how to conquer your fear of starting a business. I believe in you. All the links to the products and the items that I have talked about are in the description below. I thank you so much for tuning in to Lady Ash TV. I hope you enjoy my business series, and I do wish to see you again in the next video. Subscribe, like my video, and leave a comment. Tell me a strategy that I have missed out on, and we can unpack it together and learn from each other. Thank you for watching. This is Lady Ash saying goodbye.